Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and on this video we will be comparing between the Omega and Swatch MoonSwatch to the original, the watch that it took inspiration from, the one and only, the iconic Omega Speedmaster Professional, the Moonwatch. And we will see where the similarities are and where it ends, because as you know, when the MoonSwatches first initially released, there was a lot of negative feedback on the watches, saying stuff like Swatch is cheapening the brand of Omega and the Speedmaster, to be specific. So we will see what a watch you buy from Swatch that has an Omega logo on it gets you, and also we will see what a watch if you buy from Omega itself will get you. Perhaps also maybe you are already a MoonSwatch owner and thinking of possibly one day buying the Moonwatch yourself, and curious what the drastic increase in price will get you, and then this video will definitely help in that aspect. And if you have any questions about the Moonwatch or the MoonSwatch, let me know in the comments section below. And I wished I had the mission to the moon just so I could get a closer comparison, Moonwatch versus mission to the moon. But unfortunately these things still sell out every week, so but they're still the same watches, it's just the different color palette on the MoonSwatches. So this one will have to do. And guys, if you like my content, remember to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So right off the bat, you can tell there's a massive difference in the size of the packaging. The MoonSwatch is about 1/4 of the Moonwatch size, and the box that you get, and also the weight of it is drastically different. The MoonSwatch comes in a sleeve, paper sleeve, and with some nice graphics, some text on it, and it matches the color palette of the choice of MoonSwatch that you pick. And I did an unboxing already of this one and the mission to Pluto on my previous video if you haven't watched it already. But yeah, just remove the sleeve, and then inside you are greeted with another paper box that just opens and reveals your MoonSwatch, and not much else to it. You get a booklet or catalog of the rest of the MoonSwatches, and then the warranty and manual, and that's about it really. You don't get much else. Here's the mission on Earth, and we will get into the details of the watch later on. Right now we are just looking at the packaging itself, and yeah, like I said, not much else, just a little bit more printing on the box, and that's it really. We'll put that to the side, and then we'll focus on the Moonwatch next. An all black presentation box, and just by the packaging itself you can tell there's a difference in quality already. And when you remove the top, there's an Omega logo at the front, and then you are greeted with another box, so a box inside a box, and this one is the main presentation box. You have a flap that you can pull down. Then right at the side is where they store the instruction manuals and how to take care of your watch. So just flipping through it real quick. And then before we get on with the main presentation box, right below it there is a pull tab where you can find the history of the Moonwatch, how it came to be, and what made it so popular, so iconic in the world of watchmaking. So a really nice book to have. And of course the previous generation Moonwatch, you get a lot more goodies inside, and it's in a much bigger box. But of course this one is still nice, just not as nice as the previous one. Let's put it to the side. Now moving on to the main box itself, it is presented in this canvas like or sailcloth material, and it feels very nice. The details are definitely excellent. Omega Speedmaster Professional at the front, and then on each side there is white stitching all the way to the front of the box where the velcro straps are that locks the box into place. Now let's unbox it. And here you have it. Right away you are greeted by the iconic, the latest and greatest generation of the Moonwatch Omega Speedmaster Professional. This is the Sapphire version. There is also the Hasselite one, but I choose to go with the Sapphire version. And then we'll look into the details of the watch a little bit later on. Right now, let's see what else we get with the packaging. So as I said earlier, you don't really get much else in this latest Moonwatch compared to the previous one. You do get this nice travel box, and inside you can keep your cards, and you get a cleaning cloth also inside. And other than that, there really is not much else. A nice and sturdy, reliable box. If you were to travel with your watches, you can definitely feel safe putting your watch inside. I think the previous generation you get a medallion, you get extra strap if I'm not wrong, and the box is definitely much bigger than this 3861 box. I think it's almost double the size, so that is unfortunate, but it's still a nice box. Here's the MoonSwatch and the Moonwatch side by side of each other. We'll get a closer look on the details in a bit, but right off the bat you can tell these are not the same watches. For example, you can notice right away the subdials are off. On the Moonwatch it's more centered, while the MoonSwatch it's more further out. Anyway, taking a look at the MoonSwatch first, the similarities that it has with the Moonwatch is the diameters are identical, 42mm in diameter and 13cm in thickness. And then it also has the case shape of the Moonwatch. The lugs and everything are identical. The case is made up of 2/3 bio-ceramic and 1/3 Caster all-derived plastic. And one of the things that threw me off the MoonSwatch was the extreme lightness of it. You really feel nothing at all when you first handle the MoonSwatch. And lastly, the crystal on the MoonSwatch is Hasselite as compared to the Moonwatch Sapphire. The Moonwatch is also available in the Hasselite, and the Hasselite version is more true to the original watch that went to the moon. But of course I prefer the Sapphire case back, the clear case back of the Sapphire. The Moonwatch comes in stainless steel, and one of the first few things that you are going to notice when you first handle a Moonwatch is the overall quality of it, the craftsmanship, the engineering, the design, the different types of finishing it has, polished, brushed. And you soon start to realize why many regard this as one of the all-time greatest watch ever, a timeless icon. But back to the MoonSwatch, and another similarity that it has to the Moonwatch is of course the chronograph function, or the stopwatch for in layman's term. Take notice of the hands on the subdial. Whenever I start, stop or reset the chronograph, it kind of goes one round, and it looks kind of funny. Just keep that in mind for later. Anyway, the MoonSwatch is battery operated or quartz, so whenever you turn the crown in the default position it does nothing, and when you pull it out in the first position it still does nothing, and then when you pull it out again all the way in the second position, that's where you can adjust the time. So that's the only function of the crown, it does nothing else. So when you're done setting the time, you click it back into place, and that's it. And now on to the Moonwatch, and I would like you to take a close listen at the sound whenever I activate the chronograph pushes. Can you guys hear it? I'll bring the watch closer to the mic. Now listen to the winding of the crown. The feel of activating the chronograph pushes on the Moonwatch is very tactile, and the sound of it is not only distinct of itself but of each other. If you listened closely earlier, the start, the stop and the reset all have a different sound to it. The Moonwatch has a manual hand wound movement, so at the default position, if you turn the crown, it winds the movement, and when you pull out the crown, you can set a time with it and then you click it back into place. Now on to the strap. The MoonSwatch comes in a velcro strap, has some nice printing on it that says Omega, Speedmaster, and I really wanted to like this strap. I've never really tried on a velcro strap before, but after wearing about 10 to 15 minutes it quickly got uncomfortable, and a lot of the MoonSwatch owners, they have fun with their watches. They usually just swap out for a rubber strap or any third-party strap, and I think I'll do the same with my MoonSwatch as well. Now onto the Moonwatch, and one of the biggest improvement of the current generation Moonwatch, the 3861 as compared to the 1861, is this new bracelet, and I can't say enough good things about it. This bracelet alone, I feel, elevates the Moonwatch status to a whole new level. I think this is the most comfortable bracelet that Omega has produced. The taper is a bit dramatic, from 20mm all the way to 15, but yeah, aside from that, there's really not much complaint about it. So as mentioned earlier, the MoonSwatch is a quartz operated movement or a battery powered movement, so the case back you really don't get to see anything, just the planet of choice from the model of the MoonSwatch. Now the other major upgrade from the previous generation Moonwatch to the current one is the coaxial movement. Previously the Moonwatches were only chronometer certified. Now with the coaxial escapement added to the movement, the Moonwatch is a certified master chronometer, and that means it is anti-magnetic, shock resistant, has a daily accuracy of 0 to +5 seconds, compared to a standard chronometer certified watch of +6 and -4 seconds. And now, last but not least, some wrist shots of the two watches, and these two will definitely wear identical to each other because of the similar dimensions that they have, but the feel of it will not be anywhere near the same. The Moonwatch will always win in this category, as it should. We have to keep in mind the drastic price difference of the two watches, but other than that, it's definitely a fun watch to have. And yeah, let me know if this video has helped you, maybe made up your mind whether you want to get a Moonwatch or not. And yeah, so guys, there you have it. I hope you find this video informative and enjoyable as well. If you learned something new, or again, if you have anything to ask about the MoonSwatch or the Moonwatch, let me know in the comment section below. And the MoonSwatch is definitely a fun watch, and there's nothing wrong with owning one. I know people say that this is not the real Moonwatch, that this is plastic, whatever, but buy what you like, and watches are meant to be enjoyed. So this one, I am definitely proud to own one. Actually, I own two. I have the mission to Pluto as well at the back, but this definitely does not devalue your Moonwatch if you own one already. And when you have both in your hands, you realize that they are nothing alike. Maybe just the look of it, but the feel, the quality, it is worlds apart, or moons apart. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.